Sarah stared at her screen, her fingers typing mechanically as the clock struck 5 p.m. Her calendar was a colorful mess of overlapping meetings and last-minute tasks, piling up into a familiar mountain of stress. She knew her husband would call any minute, and she was already preparing herself for what she'd have to say. The phone buzzed, and Sarah sighed as she picked it up.
Hey, love. Just wanted to check if you're leaving soon. Don't forget, night out with the gang, her husband Mark said.
I don't think I'm going to make it tonight. Things are just piling up again. You go without me, okay? There was a pause, not long enough to be angry, but long enough that Sarah felt her heart drop.
Sarah, Mark finally said, his voice gentle but tinged with concern. This is the 5th time this month. Is everything okay? Sarah swallowed, staring at the papers spread across her desk, the unread emails, the unopened files. She was the chief marketing officer, and every day was a scramble to keep the ship afloat, a struggle to be everything to everyone. But in that pause, she felt the weight of what she was losing. Not just time with her friends, but with Mark. Moments of joy that slipped through her fingers like sand. Then maybe it's time to find another way, he said. The words stayed with her. That weekend, Sarah found herself searching, late into the night, for something, anything, that could help her dig out of this endless cycle. That's when she found Matrix and their AI content pad, a solution designed to take the burden of content creation off her shoulders, something that could turn 100 late nights into a few strategic decisions. By the end of the next week, Sarah had signed up for a trial. Within days, she could see the difference. AI Content Pad handled the drafts, the scheduling, the revisions. It worked tirelessly while Sarah finally focused on what mattered: the big picture, the campaigns she had put on hold, and most importantly, herself. A month later, Sarah shut her laptop at 4:55 p.m. She looked around her office. The once towering stacks of paper were gone. Her inbox was manageable, and for the first time in what felt like forever, she didn't have that sinking feeling of being overwhelmed. She grabbed her coat and walked out the door, smiling to herself. "You're home," he said, his eyes lighting up. Together, they stepped out into the evening, the sun still warm on their faces, and for the first time in a long while, Sarah felt the weight lift, replaced by something she thought she'd lost: freedom. Learn more about Sarah's journey at matrixmarketinggroup.com.